Hello guys, welcome back to VP Reaction. I'm Vicky.
Peter here.
Welcome to today's reaction video.
Yeah.
Our episode today it's about something like a speech.
The speech.
Yeah, it's a speech of Malcolm X. Okay, and the speech itself is titled "This Malcolm X speech was banned for a reason."
Oh.
Okay, we're going to find out the reasons why that speech of Malcolm X was banned.
Yeah, I think we're going to listen to the speech itself. Huh?
Okay, and find out the reasons. So welcome.
Oh, yeah.
You're so curious for this. I don't know what he spoke about,
Exactly.
but we're gonna find out with you guys. So welcome, and this was courtesy of Trey. So thank you so much, Trey, for another exploration that you're going to explore with you guys. Thank you for the support as well. So welcome.
Yeah, don't forget to like it, subscribe here, guys, because this is what we do here each and every day.
Yeah.
And for any song request is how you're supporting us, a way of expanding our reactions. So just as Trey, bring any of your favorite, maybe of your video, music, artist, or band of your choice via our Buy Me Coffee link is on this song's description, or even join our Patreon communities have the same purpose. So for more information about that, check this song's description or our channel's description. So without saying much, let's
find out
to the speech.
America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem. America's problem is us. We're her problem.
Okay.
The only reason she has a problem is she doesn't want us here. So-called negroes, second-class citizens, ex-slaves. We have a common enemy. We have this in common. We have a common oppressor, a common exploiter, and a common discriminator. So once we all realize that we have this common enemy, then we unite on the basis of what we have in common. And what we have foremost in common is that enemy, the white man.
Wow.
He's an enemy to all of us. I know some of you all think that some of them aren't enemies. Time will tell.
What you're about to hear is one of the most powerful speeches ever given about race, power, and betrayal in America. In 1963, Malcolm X stood in front of a black audience in Detroit and spoke truths America was never ready to hear. He called out the white man for what he really was, an oppressor, a liar, and a thief. The speech was called Message to the Grassroots, and it was the very speech that tore straight through the lies America was built on. Give this video a like to show your support, and subscribe so you never miss any blazing truth they wanted kept hidden from us. Now let's continue this explosive reckoning, straight from the mouth of Malcolm X.
I would like to make a few comments concerning the difference between the Black Revolution and the Negro Revolution. There's a difference. Are they both the same? And if they're not, what is the difference? What is the difference between a Black Revolution and a Negro Revolution?
Okay.
First, what is a revolution?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm inclined to believe that many of our people are using this word revolution loosely, without taking careful consideration what this word actually means and what its historic characteristics are. When you study the historic nature of revolutions, the motive of a revolution, the objective of a revolution, and the result of a revolution, and the methods used in a revolution, you may change words. You may devise another program. You may change your goal and you may change your mind. Look at the American Revolution in 1776.
Back then.
That revolution was for what? For land. How was it? Why did they want land? Independence. How was it carried out? Bloodshed. And the only way they could get it was bloodshed. The French Revolution. What was it based on? The landless against the landlord. What was it for? Land. How did they get it? Bloodshed. Was no love lost. Was no compromise. Was no negotiation.
Oh my God, before we proceed, I would like to say this guy was courageous.
He's so bold.
He's so bold. Imagine
Yeah.
standing in front of everyone and speaking, spilling the truth,
Yeah.
spilling some even facts that anyone could be like tensed up on his behalf. I'm really tensing on his behalf.
By the way.
But I love the fact that he's spitting the facts, maybe the truth that of what was happening
At that time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you don't know what a revolution is. Because when you find out what it is, you'll get back in the alley. You'll get out of the way. The Russian Revolution. What was it based on? Land. The landless against the landlord. How did they bring it about? Bloodshed. You haven't got a revolution that doesn't involve bloodshed. And you're afraid to bleed. I said you're afraid to bleed. Long as the white man sent you to Korea, you bled. He sent you to Germany, you bled. He sent you to the South Pacific to fight the Japanese, you bled. You bleed for white people. But when it comes time to see the whole church is being bombed and little blood, you bleed when the white man says bleed. You bite when the white man says bite. And you bark when the white man says bark. I hate to say this about us, but it's true. How you gonna be nonviolent in Mississippi as violent as you were in Korea? How can you justify being nonviolent in Mississippi and Alabama when your churches are being bombed and your little girls are being murdered, and at the same time you're gonna get violent with Hitler and Tojo and somebody else that you don't even know? If violence is wrong in America, violence is wrong abroad. If it's wrong to be violent, defending black women and black children and black babies and black men, then it's wrong for America to draft us and make us violent abroad in defense of her. So I cite these various revolutions, brothers and sisters, to show you, you don't have a peaceful revolution.
Okay.
You don't have a turn the other cheek revolution. There's no such thing as a nonviolent revolution. Only kind of revolution that's nonviolent is the Negro revolution.
The truth is, white America taught us to celebrate revolutions soaked in blood, so long as the blood wasn't theirs. They cheered for uprisings in France, China, Algeria, even their own. But when black people demand justice, they call it extremism. Malcolm exposed the double standard that kept us pacified while they built empires on stolen land and broken backs.
Okay.
Every real revolution in history has been violent, except one, the Negro Revolution. And now, you're about to know why in the next part of his speech.
The only revolution based on loving your enemy is the Negro Revolution. The only revolution in which the goal is a desegregated lunch counter, a desegregated theater, a desegregated park, and a desegregated public toilet.
Okay.
You can sit down next to white folks on the toilet.
Oh wow.
That's no revolution. Revolution is based on land. Land is the basis of all independence. Land is the basis of freedom, justice, and equality. The white man knows what a revolution is. He knows that the black revolution is worldwide, in scope and in nature. The black revolution is sweeping Asia, sweeping Africa. It's rearing its head in Latin America. The Cuban Revolution, that's a revolution. They overturned the system. Revolution is in Asia. Revolution is in Africa. And the white man is screaming because he sees revolution in Latin America. How do you think he'll react to you when you learn what a real revolution is? You don't know what a revolution is. If you did, you wouldn't use that word. A revolution is bloody. Revolution is hostile. Revolution knows no compromise. Revolution overturns and destroys everything that gets in its way. It's based on land. A revolutionary wants land so he can set up his own nation, an independent nation. These Negroes aren't asking for no nation. They're trying to crawl back on the plantation.
What?
When you want a nation, that's called nationalism. When the white man became involved in a revolution in this country against England, what was it for? He wanted this land so he could set up another white nation. That's white nationalism. The American Revolution was white nationalism. The French Revolution was white nationalism. All the revolutions that's going on in Asia and Africa today are based on what? Black nationalism.
Okay.
A revolutionary is a black nationalist. He wants a nation. If you're afraid of black nationalism, you're afraid of revolution. And if you love revolution, you love black nationalism.
What many haven't realized is that the white man only gave us scraps and called it freedom. They kept the land, the wealth, the power, and told us we'd won because we could ride the same bus or pee in the same stall. But as Malcolm X said, these are not progress. A real revolution doesn't beg for space inside the empire. It burns the empire down. And
okay, so he was basically wanting like we want a full nationalism.
Yeah.
Like we don't want to be like maybe even snippets, like you can go to the same school and all that, but the others are taking big maybe developing economically, maybe plans and all that, settlements and all that. But for us, we're just given the snippets just to fool us.
Yeah.
We want the whole thing.
The difference is that the whites at that time were were accommodating inclusivity. Inclusivity in a way that they wanted the whites and the black at America or in America to live at same. But the other revolution, including here in Kenya and Africa, we were really fighting for freedom, where you own your land, you are free, you have been given your geographical position, like this is your place.
Okay, you
rule yourself, you make your own decision, you have your own constitution, you see.
Oh,
you
they wanted like a whole full, maybe a state.
A state or an independent
state whereby you have your own freedom. You can just people can just have their own, maybe develop factories, all that, and just do their own stuff without being disturbed or
like the way we were being fighting at the moment. It's 1963. At the moment here in Kenya, we're also fighting for
the freedom.
For the freedom where we wanted to run ourselves. I think that was Malcolm idea. Message, they don't want to be included, like the inclusivity, rather than he wanted something full. He just
wanted like maybe we have our own space, own lands, own state, maybe rule ourselves, but maybe in case you want to do business with us, we can come to a writing terms and let's agree what we should do, or what can we contribute to each other. He wanted that.
Okay. They don't want it to beg. They wanted to
build something of its own. What you're about to hear next is what they've always feared: black nationalism, unfiltered. This is the part they scrubbed from history books: the house Negro, the field Negro, and the war still being waged between them.
To understand this, you have to go back to what young brother here referred to as the house Negro and the field Negro. Back during slavery, there was two kinds of slaves. There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, they lived in the house with master. They dressed pretty good. They ate good because they ate his food, what he left. They lived in the attic or the basement, but still they lived near their master. And they loved their master more than the master loved himself. They would give their life to save their master's house quicker than the master would. The house Negro, if the master said, we got a good house here, the house Negro would say, yeah, we got a good house here. Whenever the master said we, he said we. That's how you can tell a house Negro. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight harder to put the blaze out than the master would. If the master got sick, the house Negro would say, what's the matter, boss? We sick. We sick. He identified himself with his master more than his master identified with himself. And if you came to the house Negro and said, Let's run away. Let's escape. Let's separate. That house Negro would look at you and say, man, you crazy. What you mean separate? Where is there a better house than this? Where can I wear better clothes than this? Where can I eat better food than this? That was that house Negro. In those days, he was called a house nigger. And that's what we call him today, because we still got some house niggers running around here. This modern house Negro loves his master. He wants to live near him. He'll pay 3 times as much as the house is worth just to live near his master. And then brag about, I'm the only Negro out here. And if someone come to you right now and say, let's separate, you say the same thing that the house Negro said on the plantation. What you mean separate? From America? This good white man? Where you gonna get a better job than you get here? I mean, this is what you say. I ain't left nothing in Africa.
But that is true. Like people always have this. I don't know if it's the truth or we have this mentality even from our country. People tend to travel to abroad, yeah, all those states, maybe different countries there, just believing that all those countries have better jobs. Like you can never find a better job here in our country compared to the place. So we believe that, like, that was true. Like people believe that people have better jobs compared to back at home. So I would rather suffer there and still maybe earn better than come back to my country.
Exactly.
That's what you say while you left your mind in Africa.
He said it clear. There are still house Negroes walking among us, not chained by force, but chained in the mind, the kind that defends the system because they get to sit a little closer to it, the kind that sees the master's comfort as their own. Malcolm X reminds us that this is not freedom. You'll understand more as he goes into the contrast with the field Negro.
On that same plantation, there was the field Negro. The field Negro, those were the masses. There was always more Negroes in the field than there was Negroes in the house. The Negro in the field caught hell. He ate leftovers. In the house, they ate high up on the hull. The Negro in the field didn't get nothing but what was left of the insides of the hull. They call them chitlins nowadays. In those days, they call them what they were, guts. That's what you were, a gut eater. And some of you all still gut eaters.
You know what's a gut?
A gut is like there's
what animals chew gut. Whatever it's eat, then when it's relaxing, it will bring back and start chewing the gut.
Okay.
Does human being eat guts?
Eaters. The field Negro was beaten from morning till night. He lived in a shack, in a hut. He wore cast-off clothes. And he hated his master. I say he hated his master. He was intelligent. That house Negro loved his master. But that field Negro, remember, they were in the majority. And they hated the master. When the house caught on fire, he didn't try and put it out. That field Negro prayed for a wind, for a breeze.
To keep the fire burning.
When the master got sick, the field Negro prayed that he died. If someone come to the field Negro and said, let's separate, let's run, he didn't say, where are we going? He said, any place is better than here.
Yeah.
You got field Negroes in America today. I'm a field Negro. The masses are the field Negroes.
Yeah.
When they see this man's house on fire, you don't hear these little Negroes talking about our government is in trouble. They say the government is in trouble. Imagine a Negro, our government. I even heard one say our astronauts. They won't even let him near the plant. And our astronauts, our Navy, that's a Negro that's out of his mind. That's a Negro that's out of his mind. Just as the slave master in that day used Tom, the house Negro, to keep the field Negroes in check. The same old slave master today has Negroes who are nothing but modern Uncle Toms, 20th century Uncle Toms, to keep you and me in check, keep us under control, keep us passive and peaceful and nonviolent. That's Tom making you nonviolent. It's like when you go to the dentist and the man is going to take your tooth. You're going to fight him when he start pulling. So they squirt some stuff in your jaw called Novocaine to make you think they're not doing anything to you. So you sit there, and because you got all that Novocaine in your jaw, you suffer peacefully. Blood running all down your jaw. And you don't know what's happening, because someone has taught you to suffer peacefully. The white man do the same thing to you in the street. When he want to put knots on your head and take advantage of you and don't have to be afraid of you fighting back, to keep you from fighting back, he get these old religious Uncle Toms to teach you and me. They're just like Novocaine, suffer peacefully. Don't stop suffering, just suffer peacefully. As Reverend Cleave pointed out, let your blood flow in the streets. This is a shame. And you know, he's a Christian preacher. If it's a shame to him, you know what it is to me. Because nothing in our book, the Quran, as you call it, Quran, teaches us to suffer peacefully. Our religion teaches us to be intelligent, be peaceful, be courteous, obey the law, respect everyone. But if someone puts his hand on you, send him to the cemetery. An eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth, and a head for a head, and a life for a life. That's a good religion. And then anybody, no one resents that kind of religion being taught but a wolf who intends to make you his meal. This is the way it is with the white man in America. Yeah. He's a wolf, and you a sheep. Anytime a shepherd, a pastor, teach you and me not to run from the white man, and at the same time teach us don't fight the white man, he's a traitor to you and me. Don't lay down our life all by itself. No. Preserve your life. It's the best thing you got. Yeah. And if you got to give it up, let it be even Stephen.
The field Negro knew exactly who the enemy was. He didn't confuse abuse for discipline or oppression for order. He didn't waste time asking for a seat. He wanted to burn the whole structure down. Some would argue that Malcolm was promoting violence and discord, yet he was just promoting fairness and was exposing just how much the system had kept us docile.
The slave master took Tom and dressed him well.
I think he was trying to open each and everyone's mind to see on this perspective, okay, I will really put it the way it is. Okay, just choose now. How are you viewing it? How are you feeling it? Are you a field Negro or a house?
It's a moment of choose what are you suffering for. Are you suffering for freedom? Are you suffering
to survive?
Or are you suffering till end?
Yes.
Yeah.
And fed him well, and even gave him a little education. Gave him a long coat and a top hat, and made all the other slaves look up to him. Then he used Tom to control them. The same strategy that was used in those days is used today by the same white man. He take a Negro, so-called Negro, and make him prominent, build him up, publicize him, make him a celebrity, and then he becomes a spokesman for Negroes and a Negro leader. I would like to just mention one thing else quickly, and that is the method that the white man uses, how the white man uses these big guns or Negro leaders against the Black Revolution. They're not a part of the Black Revolution. They're used against the Black Revolution. When Martin Luther King failed to desegregate Albany, Georgia, the civil rights struggle in America reached its low point. King became bankrupt almost as a leader. Plus, even financially, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference was in financial trouble, plus it was in trouble, period, with the people when they failed to desegregate Albany, Georgia. Other Negro civil rights leaders of so-called national stature became fallen idols. as they became fallen idols, began to lose their prestige and influence, local Negro leaders began to stir up the masses. In Cambridge, Maryland, Gloria Richardson. In Danville, Virginia, and other parts of the country, local leaders begin to stir up our people at the grassroots level. This was never done by these Negroes whom you recognize of national stature. They controlled you, but they never incited you or excited you. They controlled you, they contained you. They kept you on the plantation. As soon as King failed in Birmingham, Negroes took to the streets. King got out and went out to California to a big rally and raised about, I don't know how many thousands of dollars. Come to Detroit and had a march and raised some more thousands of dollars. And recall, right after that, Wilkins attacked King, accused King and the Corps of starting trouble everywhere and then making the NAACP get him out of jail and spend a lot of money, and then he accused King and Corps of raising all the money and not paying it back. This happened. I got it in documented evidence in the newspaper. Roy started attacking King, and King started attacking Roy, and Farmer started attacking both of them. And as these Negroes of national stature begin to attack each other, they begin to lose their control of the Negro masses. And Negroes was out there in the streets. They was talking about, we're going to march on Washington. By the way, and right at that time, Birmingham had exploded, and the Negroes in Birmingham, remember, they also exploded. They began to stab the crackers in the back and bust them upside the head. Yes, they did. That's when Kennedy sent in the troops down in Birmingham. So, and right after that, Kennedy got on the television and said, this is a moral issue. That's when he said he's going to put out a civil rights bill. And when he mentioned civil rights bill and the Southern crackers started talking about they were going to boycott it or filibuster it, then the Negroes started talking about what? We're going to march on Washington, march on the Senate, march on the White House, march on the Congress, and tie it up, bring it to a halt. Don't let the government proceed. They even said they was going to go out to the airport and lay down on the runway and don't let no airplanes land. I'm telling you what they said. That was revolution. That was revolution.
That's really massive. Like, run all over the airport and make sure no planes land. What?
Yeah, all over the runways.
And he's like, that was revolution.
Okay.
Okay.
That was the Black Revolution. It was the grassroots out there in the street. Scared the white man to death. Scared the white power structure in Washington, D.C. to death. I was there. When they found out that this black steamroller was going to come down on the Capitol, they called in Wilkins. They called in Randolph. They called in these national Negro leaders that you respect and told them, call it off. Kennedy said, look, y'all letting this thing go too far. And old Tom said, boss, I can't stop it because I didn't start it. They said, I'm not even in it, much less at the head of it. They said, these Negroes are doing things on their own. They're running ahead of us. And that old shrewd fox, he said, well, if you all aren't in it, I'll put you in it. I'll put you at the head of it. I'll endorse it. I'll welcome it. I'll help it. I'll join it. A matter of hours went by. They had a meeting at the Carlisle Hotel in New York City.
Yeah.
The Carlisle Hotel is owned by the Kennedy family. That's the hotel Kennedy spent the night at 2 nights ago. Belongs to his family. A philanthropic society headed by a white man named Stephen Currier called all the top civil rights leaders together at the Carlisle Hotel and told them that by you all fighting each other, you're destroying the civil rights movement. And since you're fighting over money from white liberals, let us set up what's known as the Council for United Civil Rights Leadership. Let's form this council, and all the civil rights organizations will belong to it. And we'll use it for fundraising purposes. Let me show you how tricky the white man is. And as soon as they got it formed, they elected Whitney Young as the chairman. And who you think became the co-chairman? Stephen Currier, the white man. A millionaire. Powell was talking about it down at the Cobo today. This is what he was talking about. Powell knows it happened. Randolph knows it happened. Wilkins knows it happened. King knows it happened. Every one of that so-called Big Six, they know what happened. Once they formed it with the white man over it, he promised them and gave them $800,000 to split up between the big six, and told them that after the march was over, they'd give them $700,000 more.
What?
$1.5 million split up between leaders that you've been following, going to jail for, crying crocodile tears for, and they've nothing but Frank James and Jesse James and brothers. Soon as they got the setup organized, the white men made available to them top public relations experts, opened the news media across the country at their disposal, and then they began to project these big six as the leaders of the march. Originally, they weren't even in the march. You was talking this march talk on Hastings Street. Is Hastings Street still here? On Hastings Street. You was talking the march talk on Lenox Avenue, and down on Fillmore Street, and Central Avenue, and 42nd Street, and 63rd Street. That's where the march talk was being talked. But the white man put the big six ahead of it, made them the march. They became the march. They took it over. And the first move they made after they took it over, they invited Walter Reuther, a white man. They invited a priest, a rabbi, and an old white preacher.
Okay.
Yes, an old white preacher. The same white element that put Kennedy in power, labor, the Catholics, the Jews, and liberal Protestants. Same clique that put Kennedy in power joined the March on Washington. It's just like when you got some coffee that's too black, which means it's too strong. What you do, you integrate it with cream.
Yeah.
You make it weak. If you pour too much cream in, you won't even know you ever had coffee. It used to be hot, it becomes cool.
Yeah.
It used to be strong, it becomes weak.
Yeah.
It used to wake you up, now it'll put you to sleep.
They took the fire out of the revolution and sold it back to us cold. That's what Malcolm was exposing. White America took the movement, bought it, dressed it up in a suit, handed it a microphone, and made it their own. They took the rage in the streets and funneled it through their approved voices. Voices they picked, paid, and placed. They gave us leaders who could calm us, not free us.
This is what they did with the March on Washington. They joined it. They didn't integrate it, they infiltrated it. They joined it, became a part of it, took it over. And as they took it over, it lost its militancy. They ceased to be angry. They ceased to be hot. They ceased to be uncompromising. Why, it even ceased to be a march. It became a picnic, a circus.
A picnic?
Nothing but a circus, with clowns and all. You had one right here in Detroit. I saw it on television, with clowns leading it, white clowns and black clowns. I know you don't like what I'm saying, but I'm going to tell you anyway, because I can prove what I'm saying. If you think I'm telling you wrong, you bring me Martin Luther King and A. Philip Randolph and James Farmer and those other three, and see if they'll deny it over a microphone. No, it was a sellout. It was a takeover. When James Baldwin came in from Paris, they wouldn't let him talk because they couldn't make him go by the script. Burt Lancaster read the speech that Baldwin was supposed to make. They wouldn't let Baldwin get up there because they know Baldwin liable to say anything. They controlled it so tight, they told those Negroes what time to hit town.
Okay.
How to come. Where to stop. What sign to carry. What song to sing.
Okay.
What speech they could make and what speech they couldn't make.
Yeah.
And then told them to get out of town by sundown. And every one of those Toms were out of town by sundown. Now I know you don't like my saying this, but I can back it up. It was a circus, a performance. It beat anything Hollywood could ever do. The performance of the year. Reuther and those other three devils should get a Academy Award for the best actors because they acted like they really loved Negroes and fooled a whole lot of Negroes.
What?
And the 6 Negro leaders should get an award too for the best supporting cast.
And that's the reality that not many of us knew.
No.
Yes, they can say they freed us. They can say that they now treat us like equals. But in reality, the same system that locked us out only opened the gates on their terms, in their language, and for their comfort. They chose the rules, they chose the pace, and they chose the leaders we were allowed to follow. What looked like progress was often a carefully staged performance. They gave us access, but not autonomy. They handed us seats, but not power. And though we are now free by their law's definition, Malcolm X knew what we lost: the chance to make them uncomfortable, the chance to wake up the masses. The fire of rebellion was doused with empty slogans, paychecks, and ceremonies, anything to keep us from shaking the foundation. And for refusing to be their puppet, Malcolm X was labeled the threat. But the only threat he posed was to the lie that America was ever built on justice, the lie that freedom was ever freely given, the lie that obedience would one day earn us equality. After delivering that explosive speech, Malcolm X's life took a dramatic and dangerous turn. He broke from the Nation of Islam, exposed its corruption, and built new movements rooted in black self-determination and global unity. But without the nation's protection, he became an open target. His home was firebombed. A week later, in 1965, he was killed while speaking to his people. He died not because he lied, but because he told too much truth. And yet they silenced the man, but not his message. His words still echo in every street that's still segregated by poverty, in every school that fails black children, and in every system designed to protect power, not people. Malcolm warned us that revolution is not about comfort. It's about courage. It's about knowing the enemy and refusing to play their game. And now that you've heard the truth they feared, the real question is, will you keep it to yourself, or will you let it wake others up too? If you found this video enlightening, give this video a like and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any hard truth that our people deserve to know. Thank you for staying with us till the end of this powerful speech and breakdown. See you in the next one.
See you. Wow.
Wow, what a speech, huh?
This was a lot. This was a lot of truth. The way our interviewer was telling us or breaking it down, that he spoke too much truth. And it's so sad that if you speak the whole truth, whether you like it or not, in our day-to-day society, even till date, it's either your life is in danger, you just live in fear because no one wants to hear the truth.
Exactly, more especially those in powers.
Yes.
They tend to put like they don't tend to listen to your thing.
No one wants the truth.
The truth about it. But for today, I've learned something new, and also I think it might be true because leaders are the ones who betray us the most. Starting to where it started. Remember, you the negroes, the blacks didn't find themselves there. They were taken from Africa. And the method that they were using to take them from Africa, they used our so-called leaders even here in Africa at the time. Like the leaders are the one who were like selling their strong men to the whites.
Maybe they take you and just fool you like you're gonna be our army, you're gonna go and fight, you're gonna be paid well and all that, but it's just a way of taking you from your home, and when you reach there you find everything is just different.
But even at the time others were being forcefully taken from let's say at the time when they were taking the slaves, we were being ruled by chiefs in our community. So the chiefs were being given clothes, some guns, some food, some seeds, cereal seeds to plant, and even some money at the moment where even the money that you are given, you could not even use it, but for fun, the leaders betrayed their people and gave their strong men.
But also if they want to just control you, they will take your strongest people. Even after people came through to fight and all that, they agreed, now we want to destroy everything and fight for our freedom. You see, they were paid. The leaders were those people who tend to be in charge of those groups were paid off, and they come now to just brainwash you. They are like, no, maybe just brainwash you and make you weaker and weaker and weaker, but they are paid off.
But my question is, remember at that time when Malcolm X was having this page, we are having two ways of survival of managing it. The one that they used with the King's way, King Luther, of inclusivity, like the blacks in America to live together with the whites in peace, and to learn on the same schools, on the same bus stations, on the same petrol station, and so on. But the Luther's way was to have power, to have maybe the geographical to have the geographical position, like say land, to
like
have
to
your
fight
own,
harder, more.
Yeah, to have your own land. So guys, what could have been better? Because until date, it's around a century or even a half. So they're still fighting racism. I'm seeing in football matches they still kneel before matches to just showcase like no more racism. Still the fight still continues.
I think in some countries there's still some bit of racism. Even you just hear stories online. I went to this country, maybe because I'm a white, because I'm a black, people look at me different.
The other time, some 2 days ago,
you
saw a Chinese guy beating a Kenyan worker. You didn't see that video? He was kicking him, boxing him in place of work.
So it even a video in our country that was circulated. I think it was a white just mistreating a Kenyan police, something like that.
Exactly, that's another one. So
just talking shit, talking rubbish to the person just because you're white and I'm black.
Exactly.
No, that's so bad.
Yeah, until that. So that's another way. Inclusivity was maybe activated, or like it was made to happen, but till it was still fighting. So what if they took the Malcolm X way of fighting hard to have their own land, like state? You guys use their states, like having your own state. Will it be better, or the other way that they chose was better one?
Okay, I don't know. But I think at least nowadays it's much better compared to the to the before, because nowadays I think people have their own freedom. You can just live wherever you want. Just acquire maybe the necessary documents and all that and live wherever you want. So it can, at least that having your own geographical area and all that could have helped more, so that when we want, yes, we have that inclusivity, but we also have our own freedom of just having our own place and doing our own stuff. So if we want to connect and all that, you can just connect through maybe doing economical activities and all that.
Okay.
Something like that.
But on Malcolm, I think it happened in South Africa as a country. You guys can testify it. South Africa was divided, like there's a white place and a black state, provinces or regions.
But I think even that also it's a way it triggers more. I would say it triggers more insecurity, like racism, fighting and all that. Because even in us, we have maybe people divided in terms of religion, like the Islam and the Christians. So they tend to fight each and every time. So I think that also triggers that wars and all that.
So guys, give us that your view, your genuine view on it. Is it the situation that or the route that Martin Luther King took with the other leaders of inclusivity? Was it the better option, or what if you guys were just been given your state at all? Could it be better at your situation, because you are the ones there witnessing it more than us watching it? So tell us about this educative video from Malcolm. His boldness was just straight seen on this video. He's so bold.
Yeah, he was so courageous, and he was able to speak all most of the truth that maybe many people just feared talking at that time. And you just know it came with consequences. It really costed his life. Maybe he could have been there till date. Maybe there will be more than what we have right now.
Saying, for example, about paying our leaders. I think guys, this year, like 2 years ago, like from today back like a year and a half, here in our country have been fighting a movement of revolution of the Gen Zs, and when some leaders from they were leading the group of Gen Zs were paid, as we see, the movement died.
So I think the superiors always take that as a solution.
Exactly.
They will just come pick your leaders, those who are leading you, those who are louder, and pay them off, and you will just see that the more it weakens. Just like Malcolm said, like it weakens.
Oh, so that's the formula that
That's the formula they use.
Huh?
And that's so bad.
Yeah,
I think
share it
people
some
should
light to
just
me.
stand on their own terms. You should have like stronger leaders who can just stand and be on their own terms.
But
They
what
should
if
be
what
not.
if you become stronger and you are being sent to a cemetery?
That's what Malcolm did.
Oh,
Like
that's
it
what
comes.
Malcolm was
Yeah.
taken to or the
Yeah,
past,
yeah. It
to-
comes with consequences.
with the consequences.
That's
huh?
why people fear. Maybe they are like, no, it's not worth it. Let me
Okay,
just
let
cool
me take
down.
money
Yeah.
and live.
And just cool down and go.
Okay.
People love themselves more than they love the other people.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
guys, you've been given our views. Tell us what's your genuine take on it. Huh?
True.
Yeah, any point that from the speech that we have left behind to mention,
Yes.
come with that at the comment section. Any correction, guys, we stand corrected. Huh?
True. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like we are just giving our genuine views. So
Yeah.
I know people might take our views maybe differently,
stance,
or
yeah.
maybe people comments differently. It's just our own views. So
Yeah, and feel free to give yours.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
free channel.
True.
It is a free world.
Yeah.
So,
Otherwise,
thank you, Trey, for this episode, guys. Thank you for watching, and please give us more. If you have
this
any
was
other-
really educating.
yeah, if you have
and,
any other one, bring up with us.
Otherwise, see you on the next video. Bye bye.
Yeah.